Hello, this is Mr. McCall. In this video I'm going to be showing you some additional features that you can add to your screen recordings to make them stand out a little more. One of the things I like to do is add arrows and annotations to my videos so that kind of draws your attention to certain parts of the video. You'll probably notice some YouTubers do this, and it's popular, and it's a good way to communicate with the audience that's watching your video. So in a second I'm going to play this video. You won't be able to hear the audio, but at one point my mouse is going to move up here to the waffle, to the Google Apps button, and I want to draw attention to that. So let's play this right there. When my mouse goes to the waffle, I want to draw attention to that. So I'm going to go over here to the text option, and you've used this before for your intros like this and for different things. There's another in season here which we'll explore later, but callouts is what I want to focus on. So right here we're going to put an arrow. We're going to put it right there. Whoops, we may have to move it. You see my mouse is right there? Okay, so this is where it's going to begin at. We're going to take that arrow and we want to point it at the waffle just before we move the mouse up there. So let's move this up, and you see how the screen backs up a little bit. When you want to change the arrow, double click on this box. Now you can do all kinds of things. You can move this over here and bring the point up a little bit, like that. Alright, so let's point that arrow at the waffle. Maybe you want to change the color, even make it stand out a little bit more. We'll change it to red. Now we've got an arrow there, so let's click done. So it's probably more than we need. We'll back this up a little bit. Alright, so now when the video starts, I'm talking in the video, and the arrow points to the waffle where we're clicking. You'll see it drops down, and I'm going to click on another option down here later, which is the Google Keep. And I want to draw attention to that, so I'm going to put a circle around it. So you see at 1601 is where I want my circle to start at. So 16, we'll put it right, let's say right there. We're going to double click on that one. We're going to change the size of this circle. We want it just big enough we can put it around the Google Keep icon. Alright, that's a giant border around it. So let's thin that out a little bit. Alright, there's that. Say done. And that was probably too long also, so we'll shorten it up a little bit. Let's go back here again. Let's watch this video. So now as I'm talking about Google Keep, I show where to go to open it up. Drops down, scroll a little bit, and then there's a circle jumps up there and shows you where to click. Now, one of the other really great features with this is I like these callouts, because the callout gives you a box for text and it gives you an arrow. So I'm going to find a spot here a little farther down the video. So right there. Now I want to talk about how to create your first Google Keep. I'm going to use this arrow callout. I'm going to put it at 31 seconds. Right there. Now, you see it put it right there in the middle. It's white with sample text, but when you double click on it, you can make changes. One thing you can do is you can move it over here. You can make it a little bit smaller. And you can redirect your arrow wherever you want it to be by grabbing the end of that arrow and pointing it somewhere. I'm going to put it right there. Right, and over here you can change your text. So, click. To open. Alright. I can change the color if I want to. Size of the text, all those features. I might not need a box quite this large, so maybe I want to make it a little smaller. Click to open. How's that? All right, so click done when you're finished with that. And again, this was probably too much, so we'll make it a little smaller. Let's back that up and watch what happens. So right before I tell them to go there and click, you see the call out. I missed with my arrow, so we need to fix that. So let's back it up a little bit. There we go. Go into it. Fix this arrow. Move it up. There it is. Done editing. Watch again. As my mouse goes there to start the first, there you got your callout box. Okay, those are really handy to put notes in there and to be able to direct somebody's attention to something. So try adding a few of those to your video. Hope this was helpful.